Okay, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Bakar Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation you, Akim, that I push this word in truth and in sincerity. Hey, there's a lot of things going down, man. You know, you have the United States putting sanctions on Russia, and Russia retaliating by expelling diplomats from Russia, U.S. diplomats from Russia. Top officials in the Biden administration, you know, so that's like 10 in all. And to make things even worse, Russia, what they saying that the sanctions that the United States is putting on all these countries, including them, you know, is going to backfire on for the simple fact they are expelling, like I said, diplomats from Russia, and Russia, I mean, the United States is doing the same thing. But other tensions is going on with the Ukraine. That's not a part of NATO, but was once a part of USSR, but they broke off and they sided with NATO. So now you got the Russian government, you know, threatening to take back Ukraine. So there's a lot of tensions going on right now, you know. A whole lot of tensions going. There also with China. You got a situation with China in the United States. So we here in Great Millstone, started with the apostles on down. We telling y'all what's coming down the pipe, man. We telling y'all nothing but war, death, and destruction is coming. Nothing is going back to the norm. The new norm is wearing masks. The new norm is wars, uprisings, protesting. That's the new norm. So keep on. So continue to accept that as the new norm, the new normal way of life, because that's how it's going down, man. That's how it's really going down now. You know, nobody is exempt from what's going down, man. Basically, so we gonna get into Isaiah the 34th chapter. Abarat Akimatu will be edified, and this is prophecy in the making, man. This is prophecy in the making. All these nations, we warn y'all that war is coming, that pestilence and death is coming. Whether you take heed or not, man. Yeah, but bring it out.
Khan, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 34 verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein.
How was the earth hearing? Or see, we in the United States, in New York City, you know, the main camp. How is all these nations hearing us? Because all these people could go on YouTube and put it in a perspective language and see what we're talking about. Because Jake is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So therefore, they will be able to do that. And we're speaking to all these government officials, to all these nations. They are not exempt. See, we out there not only condemning Esau, we be condemning the other nations, man, know that they're going into slavery, right along with Esau. And we condemning the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans who are not right. You know, that's a part of the 2/3 club. Yeah, bro.
Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
For the righteous anger, that word indignation is righteous anger of the Lord, Yahweh, is upon all these nations. Yeah, bro.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
And what's the Lord's fury? One of his armies are them nuclear missiles, man. Them hypersonic, supersonic, you know, and conventional ICBM nuclear missiles, man. That's the fury of the Lord, man. Also from them chariots, that concentrated fire from them chariots, when Yahweh Shah cracked them skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance, man. Death and destruction, man, and deliverance. Deliverance to the 1/3, the governing body, the first fruits of the sons of Israel being joint heirs with Yahweh Shah in the kingdom. That's what he's going to deliver, the first fruits. But death and destruction is coming to 2/3. Esau and the rest of these nations, man. Because missiles are going to rock this earth to and fro like a drunk, pursuing Isaiah the 24th chapter, the 19th verse, man. You can't get around that, man. You can't get around it. You know? Yeah, bro.
Khan, he had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter.
How did the Lord utterly destroy them and deliver them to the slaughter? Through thermonuclear destruction. Before that, you know, and before that, it's going to be uprising of the people, race wars. But the ultimate plague is the thermonuclear missiles with that concentrated fire from the chariots, man. That's how he delivered them. That's how he delivered to the slaughter. Yeah, bro.
He had delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Hey, Jeremiah the 30, I think it's Jeremiah 33, if I'm not mistaken, but I know it's Isaiah 64, 65, and 15. The slain of the Lord shall be many, man. The slain of the Lord shall be many. And it says in Isaiah, it's like in Jeremiah, I think it's 33, if I'm not mistaken, that the slain of the Lord will be from one end of the earth to another, man. How is that going to happen? Through thermonuclear missiles, man, and concentrated fire from them chariots, man. You know? Yeah, bro.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Now, the mountains represent the governments. The government shall be melted with their blood, because all these nations is going to gather together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the Hebrew, Yahweh Shaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment upon all these nations, man. 2/3 you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans that join Esau's military, you're going to perish. You're going to go over there in the Middle East. You're going to become a part of the Middle East. You're going to perish over there. You're going to be a part of that blood being melted upon these mountains, man, which represent the governments. Yeah, bro.
Khan. He had utterly destroyed them, Slakia, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
And all the hosts mean armies, all the armies of the rulership of Esau and the rest of these nations shall be dissolved, and the heavens being rolled in a scroll is going into that mushroom cloud, man. After them nuclear missiles is detonated, man. And we talk about nuclear missiles, hypersonic nuclear missiles is able to reach over to America within 10 minutes, man, with multiple warheads, powerful warheads, man. The Dongfeng 15, the Satan 1 and Satan 2. And all these missiles that with the bugged out names that these nations name their missiles, man. Yeah, bro.
Khan. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falling off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
All their armies, man, from all these nations, man, is going to fall. I tell you that in 2nd Ezra is the 13th chapter, you know, starting from the first verse on down, when Yahweh shall crack them skies, and how they was in the midst of World War III, and then what they did was they put away their differences to try to subdue Yahweh Shah that came from that came from up that great mountain that Ezra saw, man. And they was so afraid, but the Most High put the spirit on them to fight, man. Yeah, bro.
Khan. And as a falling fig from the fig tree, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
What's the Lord's sword? That sword the Lord says is going to be bathed in heaven. The rulership of Esau. The nuclear missiles is going to be bathed in the rulership of Esau. Again, bro. Read that part again.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Talking about the nuclear missiles.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
It shall come down upon Idumea. Now, Idumea is the Greek word for saying Edom. You know? It's going to come down upon Idumea. Mainly in America, then you got certain parts of Russia. You got certain parts of China's going to be destroyed. Certain parts of Iran, Iraq. Any nation that have nuclear capabilities, man. Even Great Britain, France, and Germany, America's allies, that's going to turn on them. That's why the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunken, man. Because missiles are going to be shot off from the east to the west, man, back to the west to the east. Because America's going to shoot missiles off too, man. They're going to get their shit off, but they're going to be destroyed utterly. Right along with them gutter rats over there that call themselves Israelis. Yeah, bro.
Khan. It shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse.
Who's the curse of the Lord, man? Esau, the so-called white man. They've been cursed with leprosy. The people of the Most High's curse is Esau, the so-called white man. Yeah, bro.
Upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
You see, the Apostle Tahar broke it down perfectly. America is a big altar, a big altar for a sacrifice, man. And that's what that's going into, man. All you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans that have joined themselves unto Esau, right along all the rest of these nations that's in this country, is going to be a big sacrifice unto the Lord, man. And that's what that's going into. Read it again, Baba Kushan.
Khan. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams,
which is the metaphor for all these people that's going to die in this land, man, from them nuclear missiles, man, and that concentrated fire from them chariots, man. Go ahead, bro.
with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord had a sacrifice in Basra.
For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra. Now Basra was a an ancient city that Esau. That was one of the ancient cities of Esau, Basra, in the ancient world, man. So when he said Basra, that's representing Esau, man, the so-called white man. Yeah, bro.
In Basra and in great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
In a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. The land of Idumea is America, man. You could equate Basra with America right now, man. That great slaughter is going to be in the land of America. It's going to be great death and destruction in the morning, and all these nations, they're going to see it live via through the satellite, man. America's going to be televised being destroyed, man. And all these people are going to lament and wail over her because of her torments and her destruction. Go ahead, bro.
Can. For it is Salakia. Verse 7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Thermonuclear destruction, concentrated fire from them chariots, man. That's what's happening. That's what that's talking about, man. You know? America is nothing but a great big altar, and it's going to be sacrificed and burnt with fire, man. Okay, bro.
Can. Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
But it's a day of the Lord's vengeance upon you Edomites and the rest of you nations that have afflicted the sons of Israel, man. Y'all have afflicted us, man, with a sore affliction, man. Jake is all bugged out, man. I mean, y'all did a number. Esau did a number on the sons of Israel, man. Esau did a number. And you're all bugged out of your head, man, right now, man. I mean, Jake is that's more, but they became more wicked than Esau. Esau is the wicked, pursuing the Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse. But Jake has become more wicked and more vile than Esau, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
For the year of payback for the controversy of Zion, which is monument to Zion, which would mean monument, you know, of the sons of Israel, for which I have done to us, man. You have totally destroyed us as being the people, man. But that was prophecy. Everything is of the Lord, man. You have totally destroyed us, man. 2/3 of Jake is gone, man. And only the 1/3 is going to remember themselves and then their captivity pursuant to the book of Baruch and get right with the Most High, man. But the rest, like, hey, man, they're gone, man. And y'all did a good number, man. And y'all got to pay for that, man. Y'all did a good job in destroying Jake, man. Keeping them from knowing who their true nationality, which is Israelites. Giving us, calling us all type of different bywords. Yeah, bro.
Can. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch.
And the land thereof shall become a burning pitch, man. Because what's going to happen is, like I keep saying, these nations are going to get together, an assembly of great nations, pursuant to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9, starting with Russia, China, Iran, Libya, Ethiopia, North Korea, Great Britain, France, Germany, Pakistan, India. Every nation that have nuclear capabilities, China, is going to shoot missiles on this bitch that they call Babylon, spiritually, Sodom, spiritually Gomorrah, which is America, man. It's going to be utterly burnt with fire and destroyed, man. Yeah, bro.
Can. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever.
But this is going to be a land, this is going to become a big desert, man. And in the kingdom, this land going to be laid waste, just like Sodom and Gomorrah has never been inhabited again. This land going to be laid waste, and it's going to be a memorial for what happens to a nation or empire that dealt so wickedly, man. This is the end result of a nation that has been dealing wickedly from his youth up until the end, from the time of his destruction. There, bro.
It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it.
All foul creatures, man. All dirty and foul creatures, man. Birds, unclean birds, and all foul spirits are going to dwell in this land, man. You know, after the destruction. That's it, bro. That's it. Bottom line. Yeah, bro.
God. And the raven shall also dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness.
Because once this land be destroyed, you're not gonna know from what end it starts from, what end it started and what end it ends. I'm saying it's gonna be a total desert, man. Nothing's gonna be perceived in this land, man. To let you know that it was once a thriving and great empire. It's gonna be filled with smoke, dust, and great confusion, man. And bitter and doleful creatures here, man. Yeah, bro.
God. The wild beasts, Salakia. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all our princes shall be nothing.
Because the nobles of Esau is going to be slapped with chains upon them, and their princes is nothing because their empire has been destroyed, and chains been slapped upon them, and they've been tossed into a pit, pursuant to Isaiah the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down, man. And that's how the Lord's going to begin to visit the hosts of the high ones that are on high, man. Who the hosts of the high ones that are on high? Their nobles. It started with the international bankers, their presidents, their prime ministers, their dictators, everybody that had their hand in ruling in this wicked ass society, man. Yeah, bro.
God. And the thorns shall come up in their palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for fowls.
Because no nation, Esau's not going to come back into power and build this nation up. Nobody's going to pitch tent here anymore and build this nation up. To make it a thriving empire again, man. It's going to be a desert forever, man. A desert forever. And the only life form that's going to inhabit this land after they've been destroyed is dragons, different type of unclean birds, also unclean spirits. That's the only thing that's going to inhabit this land. Nobody's going to come in, nobody's going to go out. It's going to be a memorial forever, man. Like I said earlier, of how not to be wicked, man, in this wicked ass society, man. This is the wicked ass king that ever ruled, man. Surpassing the wickedness of the Assyrians, the Babylonians. It's surpassing the deeds of all these wicked ass kingdoms, man. You know? Yeah, bro.
Come. Salakia, verse 14. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there and find